Hello, thanks so much for looking into Merlin's Mountain today and connecting with the magic. My name is Andy. I like to think I'm connected with the magic. It's a work in progress. And here we are, all kind of having a pretty good day. I'm having a pretty good day here, to be quite honest, which isn't easy in the UK at the moment. Our country has been taken over by, I don't know, alien financiers is probably the best way to describe them. Not the nicest of people, but there you go. We are surviving. We are keeping going. Our whole world seems to be under attack from alien financiers at the moment, to be quite honest, among other things. Lots of concerns going on, lots of heavy things happening. In this video, we're going to do a 5-card pick-a-card from this tarot deck, which is the Starman. I can't put that in the title. I actually got a copyright strike last time I mentioned the fact that this was the Starman Tarot in the title. But you know what I mean, you've seen this deck before, it's pretty good. So I'm going to pull out 5 cards. If you'd like a private reading, by the way, do drop me an email to 35and83@gmail.com. That is 35and83@gmail.com. It is down there in the description below this very video, and I'll be happy to make an arrangement. We can do a reading, we can do cards, we can do psychic, we can do mediumship, and if you like, I can also provide an astrological birth chart, and they are fun, and they teach you a lot actually about really stuff you already know, actually, but they teach you about why is this stuff going on in your life, why are you the way you are. It's all related to the positions of the planets at the time you were born, in the place you were born, and it lasts forever, really, right throughout your life. If you had a birth chart done 6 weeks ago and then you had one done today, it would say exactly the same thing. If you had another one done in 10 years' time, it would say exactly the same thing. It's all based on the astrology at the time you were born, and it is creepily accurate. Those are done by email, and that is a very fast service as well. So if you'd like one of those, please drop me an email at the address below and we will sort something out. Meanwhile, friends, time to pick a card, and here are today's 5 cards in the pick a card. So I'm going to start with one. This is on my left, and it's probably the wrong way around the way you're looking at it, but what can I do? You know, often when I say that, I look at the video and actually it's the right way around, but this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 cards. So pick out one that stands out to you at the moment, friends. Let your inner psychic be your guide, and we will start off with card number 1. Here we go. Did you pick card number 1? By the way, hit the subscribe button. Great things happen when you hit the subscribe button. And while you're at it, leave me a comment telling me which cards you've picked. That is always good to know, and it helps our spirit guides get zeroed into one another, which is no bad thing. In fact, it's a really good thing. So card number 1 is this one. It is number 6 in the major arcana, and the good news is this is the Lovers, which is a really positive card to draw. And as you can see there, you know, it says it all, doesn't it, the card, really. We have these 2 lovers very much united here. Let's look a bit more closely at it, because every deck has its own significance, and every reader is drawn to a deck for some kind of significant reason. Basically, lots of water in this, lots of emotions around it, and there are these 2 sylph-like figures dancing above their heads. And as much as anything, they're a reflection of the eternal soul. These are kind of physical people, and this is the eternal soul being represented up here. And when lovers get together, when good things happen in relationships, that is because there is a reflection of it up there in the heavens, out there in the great wider universe, under the control and general oversight of the Great Spirit and the angels. So there you go. Now, this does not have to be a love relationship. It would be nice if it was. If that's what it means for you, I hope it works out for you. Why ever not? I wouldn't mind something like that in my own life, but you just never know. You just never know. But this could be anything. This is basically a coming together of things. You know, it's anything where you get together with someone else or something else. It could be a new job. But basically, it's always going to be about doing what you love and bringing love closer into your life. And that is what's going to be happening when you pull this card. If you're not interested in love, if you're not looking for a new job, if none of that makes any sense to you, then take heart, because what is clearly indicated here is that the divine is coming closer. And this is one of those things where you get up close and personal with your creator and things start flowing in a much happier way than they may have been doing of late. So good news, it's the Lovers. It's card number 1. So if you picked all 5 cards, which by the way is totally an option, then you know, it is the beginning of the journey, and more stuff is going to happen. But isn't that what love and lovers are all about, friends? Is it not? Okay, card number 2, this one, and it is the 3 of Pentacles. Okay, so we've got 3 influences at work here. It's earth sign energy, and there's a reminder to get grounded here, absolutely for sure. But there's steady progress. It's the beginning of the Pentacles journey, and I actually think I pulled the 3 of Pentacles from another deck in the last reading, so this really must be the energy of the moment. It really must be. So 3 of Pentacles, steady progress, whatever it is you're doing, whatever you're trying to achieve, this card says, just keep on keeping on, friend. You might not have got to the outcome you desire yet, but you will get there, absolutely for sure, in the end. And that can be about making new things. It can be about making more sense of old things as well. Speaking of old things, do you like my door? I usually pull a curtain across it, and I thought, no, let it sing out. It's filthy, it's very old, but that's the charm of it, really. It's extremely old. This house is 400 years old, and this is recycled from somewhere even older. It was made before the days when they had that kind of triangle cross brace pattern thing, and it's still standing. It's an amazing door. But anyway, 3 of Pentacles, I digressed mightily there. 3 of Pentacles, when you're really kind of working with abundance, this is the way it goes, really. You never feel like you're getting terribly close to it, but you've got to keep plugging away at it, and you've got to value yourself as well. That is so important. Value yourself and value the effort that you are putting into it. I think a good example actually would be this YouTube channel. I've been going for 15 years this year. My gosh, 15 years. I haven't really made it exactly, but I have made lots of friends, and I do get lots of business from readings coming in. So, you know, it's really good. It's really positive. But when you look at me amongst all the other YouTube channels, you'd think, well, he hasn't got very far, has he? It's all in the mind. It's all in how you see these things. And it's all about remembering that YouTube is not the be-all and end-all. It's just kind of a channel, I suppose. It's a physical channel, a worldly channel for all the heavenly stuff we're trying to do. And actually, I want to quickly mention a wonderful channel, and we have many wonderful channels associated with this channel, but Matt on Life Tarot, okay? Type that in at the end of this video and go and look at Matt on Life Tarot, because he is just not getting the views he deserves. He deserves to be a big channel. He's a really, really good reader. And he just put a video out a couple of days, I think it was yesterday, in fact, just about, you know, dealing with when things aren't going all that well, which quite honestly is the way all of our lives go from time to time, and sometimes we get stuck on that. Do check out Matt on Life Tarot. He's really good. The time will come, I think, when he's very, very well known. He's just kind of building up to it rather slowly, and he's very, very genuine, which is probably why he hasn't got that many views. You know, if you make up stories about dinosaurs and like the world coming to an end, you get loads of views on YouTube, but that is not real. It's certainly not spiritual. It's not even cosmic. So Matt on Life Tarot, check him out. And that was excuse me, the 3 of Pentacles, making steady progress, getting there in the end, and knowing you're going to get there in the end. This brings us to the middle card of the reading. This is what it all kind of hinges on. If you picked all 5, if you only picked card number 3, this is very much for you. It is the Moon, and that is, just trying to read the Roman numerals, number 18 in the major arcana. And numerology people, you will know all about the number 18 and the positive things it brings with it. I was in hospital a little bit over a year ago, and I took a picture of myself in hospital just to stick on Facebook because I could barely talk. I couldn't think what to type, so put a picture of myself in a hospital gown sitting on a bed. People would get the message. And there happened to be, I didn't notice, but it happened to be up behind my shoulder, there was the number 18 on the wall. And Julie M, one of our regular viewers, actually told me that was really positive, and I came to find out why as time went on. So here's a positive number. It's a positive card. It's a positive world, but there are crazy influences in it. This is the thing. And if you look at this guy down here, he really looks like he knows what he's doing. He's in the water up to his waist, but he's not going to drown. He's not going to drown because he has the expertise to deal with whatever it is he's dealing with. But this moon card is always associated with the danger of being drawn and led by a false light, by something false somewhere in the picture of the world around you and in your life that you're living. So look out for false influences, basically. But the moon, in its way, is actually a very genuine light, because all the light that comes from the moon is reflected from the sun, because really the sun is the boss in astrology and in any kind of spiritual vision of the heavens. But its light reflects everywhere, and it's important to remember that. So the moon shows in a lot of ways the energy going all over the place, because that's what moonlight is like. But at the same time, it is light. You know, you can go out on a full moon, you can see in the dark, and there's no street lighting here. I know most of you guys can probably go out on a on a new moon when there's no moonlight in the sky whatsoever, and you've got the street lights going. I'm kind of blessed in lots of ways with not having that here. It's nice to be able to go out and have the streets lit, but at the same time, last time I spent a night in town, I didn't much enjoy it, because the whole room was full of this orange glow of neon street lamps. Crazy. So check for falsehoods, okay, but be willing to work with the natural energy as it is, because that is the moon, and that is a fact of life for absolutely all of us. Did you pick card number 4, friends? If you did, it is this one, the Ace of Cups. Lots of emotions show through in the Suit of Cups, and because this is the 8 of Cups, this could be a real doozy. It really could be. But what can happen when things get emotional is just energy getting overcharged. That's what stops us kind of seeing the rational side of things. But at the same time, it'd be a very miserable existence if we only ever looked at the rational side of things. You know what I'm saying? The emotions really play an important part in our lives in every way. But down here, we have got an image of the 1,000-petal lotus flower. And this came up in a recent reading as well. So this has got to be the energy of the moment. The moment. That's what it's got to be. And the idea of the 1,000-petal lotus flower is it's a way of thinking about your crown chakra. You open it one petal at a time. When you actually want to work with the universe, work with spirit, work with the energies, and then when you've finished, you close it down again. Rather like putting a cloth over a crystal ball, the crystal ball which is your head, your mind, your brain, your spiritual soul, your higher self, all of that. You just shut that down sometimes, and you just go into yourself a little bit, and that allows your energy to build up. I'm not saying hide away forever, goodness no, but you might want to take some time, friends, if you drew this card, just to shut off from the emotions of it, just a little bit of whatever's going on in your life, and kind of think it through in as rational as a way as actually makes sense to you. You know, it's all personal, and like I always say, the most important aspect of any of my readings is the interpretation you put on the cards, what it actually means to you. That's what's really important here. But here we have the Ace of Cups. Looks emotional, but at the same time, it is an ace card. There is something positive there. You know, we've had the abundance of the pentacles, we've got the emotions of the cups, and what will happen with card number 5, I wonder. Here is card number 5. Oh, goodness me. It's another ace. It's the Ace of Wands this time. Wands, all about getting things done, making things happen. And it is very, very fiery energy in this card as well, with lightning shooting out of it and all kinds of good stuff going on. And this is the point, you know, our world has lots of good stuff going on in it all the time, every day, every hour, every minute. Because that's just the nature of it, you know. All the bad stuff that goes on, you know, it seems to have taken over because we watch the news, we look at the news, and if something isn't really kind of earth-shatteringly scary, it doesn't tend to get on the news. That's very unfortunate fact of the way media works and the way everything else works. So look beyond the media, friends, and know that you really can get things done. If you picked all 5 cards, this is your outcome card, basically. And this means that as you go forward into the future, more stuff is going to happen. It's going to be fiery, and there is fast moving progress, no doubt about it. So with that, friends, we come to the end of this quickie reading. Hope you've enjoyed it. I'll be back again very soon with some more. Do hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Leave me a comment. Let's share the journey. That's what it's all about. And thanks so much for joining me and steeping yourself once again in the magic of Merlin's Mountain. Subscribe, do, because there's more stuff coming up all the time. And I'll see you again in a future video. Love and light, blessings and peace.